My name is L.T.Z. This is DJ Chips, and this is Pull-Up Activities. You guys doing good out there? Can't hear you answering, so I don't know why you just answered. Place, but they bag it up. Where they talk all that shit, but they... Oh, I come from a place where they bag it up. Where they talk all that shit, but they bag it up. Oh, baby girl super thick, and she gon' bag it up. They put a red light on your head like they bagging up. Oh, I come from a place where they bag it up. Where they talk all that shit, but they bag it up. Oh, baby girl super thick, oh, she gon' bag it up. I got it now. And now they told me that the grass will get greener, but all the girls will get meaner. They all thick like Serena. The baddest bitches, the Trinas. You want the bitches, the Trinas. You went to high school with them, act like you never seen them. I got a pair of shoelaces for every girl with two faces. They hit my phone through changes, act like they going through phases. Oh, baby girl, you're basic. It don't surprise me, I hit your IG. Already hit the girl that you were chasing now. Your homeboy gon' fuck on a girl that she in love with, then treat it like it was nothing. Boy, it's always something. That's probably why you can't trust her. That's probably why you had to dump her. And some stuff that's dumber. That's what happens on the come up. Can't marry no girl that your homeboy hit. That ain't no bar, that's just some real shit. These are the things I gotta deal with when my parents texting me Bible verses and saying, son, kill it. The news said I can't be on cause my music got cussing in it. Who thank the Lord that they said that thought they wasn't fucking with it. Wait, they wasn't fucking with it when the music didn't have cussing in it. Did I not go so hard? Wow. Did I not push the bar? The Lord told me to trust the process. I need to get it honest. I know I need the process. No, I'm fighting some demons. Want it for the wrong reason. People in your life for seasons. I need to be a better leader. I need some new treatment. Oh, I come from a place where they bag it up. Where they talk all that shit, but they bag it up. Oh, baby girl super thick, and she gon' bag it up. They put a red light on your head like they bag it up. Oh, I come from a place where they bag it up. Where they talk all that shit, but they bag it up. Oh, baby girl super thick, and she gon' bag it up. They put a red light on your head like they bag it up. That was good. But they bag it up. But they talk all that shit. But they bag. Want your body like right now? Yeah. But they bag it up. Red light on your head like they bag it up. I come from a place. 11 best wishes out now. We're gonna try this for the first time ever. Lord Jesus, you gotta go and try. It sounds like a problem for the nigga that you chose over me. It sounds like a problem for the nigga that you chose over me. Let's see if we can make it through the first verse. Over me. Let it run, Chips. Black and Paula, my back was in front of your apartment. My music louder, you can tell that I'm really sorry. And they been say I'm bringing down the property value. I like the loud music, you know everything about you. My car smell like my cologne and some black I hope everybody's doing good out there. Hope you guys are doing great in the pandemic. Uh, we gotta vote, and we got I don't want to be that guy. Be like, we gotta vote now. Like if I'm saying like, hey man, we gotta vote, nigga, we gotta vote. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. Keep going, Chips. Yeah, yeah. I gotta make sure I remember this because it's a totally different version. I fantasized about this moment while driving your jet. Nah, that's too early. I gotta do that part so I remember where the real part is. I fantasized about this moment while driving your jet. While me and Chips make an album and you coming to get you. With me and Chips making the album, I'm feeling the pressure. But you tell me the pressure, it got me rapping better. Now I ain't feel like this is what feels like forever. And did I think that we could be like this? No, never. I knew that it was over between me and my ex. Went for my birthday, she only sent me a text. And she ain't spent as much time as I thought she would. And she ain't sent it at 12 like I thought she should. Fast forward, sitting next to this girl that's talking to a player from the Thunder. She bragging and she showing me the number. She talking about how they go on dates in the summer. And she sitting here with me, that must be a bummer. Shout out to every cousin entering that dad life. Shawty keep telling me everything about her past life. Talking about she don't know her father and she don't know on Father's Day. All the things that she tell me that her dad likes. And she be going crazy, mama be acting shady. And she say, that ain't me, that must be your dad's side. My homies turn around like, damn, that's a sad life. The only thing they can ask me, well, is she bad, right? She sit her ass on the corner in the pig, then take a flick, post it on Instagram, then get mad likes, then turn around and get mad like, how come all these dudes around here don't like me for my act right? I made an album about my car, then I lost it. I made another album about my girl, then I lost her. I made another album about my job, then I lost it. If you ever wanna know how many things these really cost me, how it is. I just wanna do some good rap things with my friends. That's how it is. I just wanna do some good rap things with my friends. I just wanna do some good rap things with my friends. I just wanna do some good rap things with my friends. I just wanna do some good rap things, so I quit. I just wanna do some good rap things with my friends. I just wanna do some good rap things with my friends. I just wanna do some good rap things with my friends. I just wanna do some good rap things with my friends. Gotta let that run for you, Chips. This part of this song is not me rapping. It's this part right here. DJ Chips on the beat. You cut it on now. All right, so with pull-up activities, if you guys haven't seen by all the other episodes that we have done, we always do questions because we want to make this intimate. So there'll be a link for you guys to ask questions further when this moves further along. But this is how we're doing it. So go ahead. I have no idea what my cousins are going to ask me now.
So, how you doing, first of all?
No Isaiah Thomas questions.
Okay, so first question would be, what made you take as long with this album as you, other than your last albums? Because usually you come out a little quicker than usual.
Lost my job. We were actually finished this time last year, and this time last year I lost my job. It seemed to be a blessing because the song you just heard, we had a totally different version of it, and then Chips did a different version of it, which made me rap a completely different verse. And there's a lot of other songs that wasn't there, but originally it was because of my job. But that's God intervention. Jehovah Jireh, my provider.
Okay, so my next question would be, what was the most difficult part of just the music side about creating?
The most difficult part was Chips was sending me some very good stuff. For direct deposit, I was really Like I rewrote that a bunch of times because I was like, nah, that shit too weak to go on this beat. Nah, that shit too weak to go on this beat.
Right.
Ah, this shit trash. So it was really matching the energy that he seemed to be effortlessly giving me, and it was just like, here you go, here you go. Like there's even some rework stuff that he did to Bag Up Plan that I'm like, fuck, I wish I could have rewrote that
Right.
because it's so perfect. It was really matching the energy that he was giving to make sure that I was doing the beats justice.
Okay, I feel that. And my last question would be, what are your 3 favorite songs
Oh,
in order?
in the order.
Yes.
So my first favorite song is 2. Both songs on there. See how I pimped that system?
Yeah.
Both songs
Okay.
on there. Just for everybody who doesn't know, who I haven't told as of yet. So 2 is a reference to Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant has 2 numbers. It's also Wind Chimes version 2. So with doing Wind Chimes version 2 and having all of that, I was like, okay, I don't want it to say Wind Chimes 2 because people will just skip to that. I want them to have to play the album. And also there are 24 seconds in between both songs because there's 2 songs on there. And it's track 8. So that's my favorite song. That's number 1. Number 2 is Bag Up Plan because I sound dark happy, at least in my opinion. I sound dark happy.
Definitely do.
Like I sound like a villain, and I've always been a nice guy. I'm like, yeah, I'm a villain. This thing. Why he's so serious? You were born into this rap shit. Me, I didn't see regular life until I was a teenager. Like that's how I feel.
Most people won't get that. That's
Yeah.
from
And
High
then
Rises.
yeah. This over the head. I don't give a shit. And then the last one is Prayer Dance. I love that song because it felt like such a me and Chips song. It felt like, man, nobody could make this but us. And he was just fucking around. It was a loop. It was like a loop that he had. He was like, is this cool? And it wasn't like on some like he wasn't seeking my approval because he doesn't give a shit about my approval at all. It was more like, that song idea that you have, is this a cool beat to go with it? I was like, yeah, it's perfect. Loop it up. And he was like, all right. So that was my favorite part. Chips, do you have anything to add?
I guess with songs, I would throw Relinquished Gentleman in there. He mentioned it went through some revisions. Actually, it's 3 different versions because he rapped over an older version around the time he got fired, and we kind of scrapped a lot of that. And then he brought in a different idea, and it's like, okay, he expanded on the idea. However, I didn't think the beat at that time worked well. And then I kind of stumbled into what we have on the album now. So that 3rd version, I felt really sealed the idea of what he's trying to say. And he drove it home. But on top of that, I think musicality is something I've always strove to add, moving away from just being a pure sample-based producer. I felt that showed that this growth of actually learning more about melody, chords, key structures. It started showing itself more on that because you could tell how the whole thing goes. It's not just a stack of noise like it used to be. There's more beauty to it now.
I like that. You're so much better expressing yourself than me.
Producers usually are.
Like, wow, I'm the nigga with the words. Why is he better at talking?
Because I don't do a lot of it.
You rap for 37 songs.
Yeah.
He just watches.
Oh, we shouldn't say that. Do you got 3 favorite songs on there?
Besides Gentlemen, I'd say Pull Up Activities.
Yeah.
A lot of people seem to be drawn to that song. I like it because it's weird when you listen to it in various formats that you can get an 808 that loud without distorting anything. And it didn't swallow everything else sound-wise on it, where you hear everything from the piano to the other parts of percussion to his vocals. And probably 6, 7, 8, the last song, the hidden track. Because originally that was...
The intro.
It was going to be the intro of the album.
Yeah. I didn't know that was called Prayer Dance.
Yeah. So it was originally called 925 because 9 to 5. Just in case anybody wants to know why that song's called 925 because 9 to 5. So it was originally the intro. A glitch is how you got the version that's on the album, because it originally didn't start like that, but he exported it. It glitched. I was like, hey, I like that intro. He's like, yeah, that was an accident. I'll do that, but we can keep
Yeah,
it.
I had no clue it did that.
Um,
So I have a feeling like either it didn't start at the front of the time code, or my computer decided not to play that one element for like 4 bars.
so I liked it. So that's as soon as I added it back, I started structuring the album to where you could play it backwards from me having a job that I hate and quitting it to me having a job that I love and quitting it. So just that's a nugget for everybody. You can play the album forwards and backwards. No one's. I mean, when I'm great and I'm gone, niggas will do the think pieces. Or
Right.
like it'll be more over chips and be like, this guy, he was making things off of a rock and chisel, and him and L.T.Z were making magic. I mean, L.T.Z, he's a good guy, but this guy Chips, he's his brain. We're still studying it. We're still trying to reverse engineer it. It's like fucking Stonehenge. So thank you guys for tuning in to Pull Up Activities. We're gonna do more of these. If you would like to be a part of Pull Up Activities, please email us at pullupactivities@gmail.com. I'm kidding, that's not a real email. I don't have that at all. You could just hit me up at Gmail. If you want some Chips beats, you probably gonna have to like come with it. The best thing is to like send him your vocals, because he's not a beats on hand. He'd be like, let me remix some shit that you already got and see if I get it right. So I mean, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you so much.